All right. Hi. I am. Oh, hello, Andy. Gonna need a good recap. Yes. It's been over what is it? 2 weeks now since the last stream. So here we go. I am Kat Kruger, usually the dungeon master here at D20 Games, which is an actual play um, podcast. We usually play D&D. Currently, we're just wrapping up uh, a homebrew campaign called Wanderleaf, which is a very family friendly, new beginner um, friendly, cozy setting where garden gnomes basically run this little village of magical plant animals. Anyway, that is not what we're playing today. The D20 Dames are currently doing what we're calling Downtime with the Dames, in which we just sort of try out different things. Jen is currently doing French language video game, um, which is pretty cute, if a bit strange. The video game is pretty funny. Um, and before that, she created a little or crafted a detective miniature scale detective agency, which was also very cute. Um, But today, and for the past few months, I've been doing solo RPGs. I started off with Untitled Moth Game, which was a Taroka deck based game. Very cool. And I'm currently playing Apothecaria. Got the printout over here. So it is called a solo potion making RPG by Anna Blackwell. And yes, recap. There has been a lot that has happened in this game. It was a little bit of a slow start, especially because like what I've been doing is trying to just learn as I play, and hopefully you're learning as I play as well. And so this game it is with a regular deck of playing cards, um, and I'm playing a village witch. Her name is Maisie. She was able to summon a familiar, which I determined based on the cards. It was supposed to be a spirit, so I determined it would be like a kodama. If you're familiar with Japanese mythology, or if you've ever seen Princess Mononoke, it's the little forest spirits. Um, so my little kodama is named Pinecone, and Pinecone sometimes gets into a little mischief because it's not familiar with. It is my familiar, but it's not familiar with, I guess, human standards. That's what I'm going to say. It's a little forest creature. Um, so that happened. I think that happened in the first session. Essentially, what I'm doing is I am consulting with villagers who seem to be very um, injury and ailment prone. um, yeah, so I've done what I'm calling Stella Health consults with patients, trying to get in character uh, while I'm doing that. The former village witch who I'm replacing mysteriously disappeared. Not sure if she's dead or just disappeared. So we're trying to figure that out as we're, living our lives in the village. Started off in the spring. After every 13-week period, there's a festival, which we encountered last week on the 13th week. And essentially, every ailment that I deal with is 1 week. Um, I can also do downtime, which counts for 1 week. And then the festivals happen every 13 weeks. So now we're officially in summer season, have cured a number of patients, and we spent a downtime. One downtime was in the village, I believe. I'm trying to think now. Yes, because I got a couple parcels, and one of the letters was from um, a society asking me to essentially send back one of each reagent that I pick up for their collection. And if I'm able to do that and send back all the reagents, one of each reagent from the Hyrannock area, I'll get a certificate of completion. Which in real life, this would be exactly what I'd want to do because, you know, when I play video games, I am quite the completionist. I need to go on all the side quests. So um, we may not do that in this game because then it would probably take us the whole rest of the year to play this game, I think. However, we also had downtime in Meltwater Loch, which was really cool because a druid that Maisie had cured of some sort of druid ailment where he was like walking around in circles because he hung around too many druid circles, cured that druid, and the druid let us know that there was a monster in the loch, and so Maisie and Pinecone set off to sort of investigate that further. Maybe there was some relation to the witch's disappearance. Um, while doing that, was able to pick up a few interesting things, such as uh, there was a message in a bottle, and the message looked like it was mysteriously written very recently. There were instructions in the bottle that said to respond, all I had to do was put a letter in there and then toss it back in the water, and it would be sent back to the sender. Um, Maisie was a little bit suspicious, so didn't immediately do that. I believe in the last session, though, she sent back a letter um, responding that she was the new village witch. For better or for worse, we'll figure out what happens there. But while exploring Meltwater Loch the first time, um, met a dwarf on a boat who gave us a reagent, a really difficult to find reagent, in exchange for something that we had on us. And then the beast rose up, and Maisie noticed that the beast which is called the Bazbaza, had an ailment called shattered tooth. Now, Maisie currently is a intermediate village witch. There are two more levels, and I believe the shattered tooth ailment is a advanced ailment. But she did recognize that it was shattered tooth, and that because of the size of the beast, I would need to gather 10 potions to heal it. So as I've been exploring, I've been gathering ingredients. I think I have um, uh, two of the three ingredients needed. Um, I I think I am short of 10 though for each one. I think I need to pick up one reagent and two of another, plus 10 of whatever the final ingredient is. So that is what I'm on the lookout for at the moment. That is actually something I'm not sure if I'm going to. No, I will probably go back to one of the areas here to do some more investigating. Um, some other stuff that happened in the last episode um, was there was a festival. It was a spring festival, which uh, I wasn't sure how that was going to run, but wow, so much stuff happened. Um, Theodulf the Druid asked Maisie to go to the dance, and it was very awkward. Um, And she said yes, but made it very clear. Hello, Jane. Doing a recap still. So she made it very clear that she was just going as colleagues to this spring festival with Theodulf the Druid. And at the festival, there was um, a dance, and I drew the special card and was pronounced the Queen of Flowers at the festival, which which meant that I received, it says here, the flower crown, and that assists in foraging plants. So now, any of the plant reagents that uh, yeah, Jane, it was a very packed stream last time. There was a lot that happened. So one of the things was the festival. So I now have a flower crown, which allows me to forage more easily for plants, which is great because so I have that crown for plants. I have Pinecone, who assists for magic items. I have a garden plot that now grows songberries, which is an ingredient that offsets any um, negative negative ingredients that have like the poison tag. Um, it's not tech. I don't. I feel like it's not technically poison because songberries are just make it sweeter. I don't. I find it funny. Um, but yeah, so now I've got songberries to offset any poison bitter taste. I've got the flower crown to help in foraging plant reagents, and I've got pinecone for magic reagents. And then um, what else happened at the festival? Oh, there was a market, and pinecone pointed out some garden plot markers, clearly anticipating that there's going to be a bigger garden for pinecone to live in. Um, so we got one for decorating our songberries, and I tasked Pinecone was actually decorating the marker. Um, there was also very stiff competition at the there's a baking competition, and I decided that Bildad was going to be one of the competitors because I just figured it was very close to Sildad from the Good Fortune campaign from D20 Dames. Um, and Bildad um, tried to make a molten chocolate, one of those lava cakes, except he actually used lava. So there was an injury at the baking competition, but his also won. Um, so I imagined it turned the chocolate into something really amazing. Um, I think that's pretty much it. Oh wait, I also found two clues about the witch. Um, um, One of the clues was from the last, not from this not from this last one, but from a previous episode. I can't remember what it was. What's the first clue? Um, uh, okay. Well, I can't remember what the first clue was, but the last clue that I got was uh, oh, it was a map. That was it. The first was a map of all of her. She had like a whole bunch of um, hideouts, I guess, in the various locations. And so I went back to Meltwater Lock to investigate that one. Um, and and then the second clue that I got was in the cottage. I found one of the witches' clearly very well loved novels, and I called it Boba Yaga and the Raven's Dream, and it was about like a tasseomancer type witch. Um, and now I want that book to exist because I figure it's like a cozy fantasy book, like we've been talking about it on Discord. All right. Yeah, so I've collected a whole bunch of ingredients for the um, for the Shattered Tooth on the dragon cozy fantasy book. Yeah. And I had already drawn the card for the next Spell Health conference, so I just basically moved all my notes for today. Um, and so I think we're going to do some Spell Health consults and explore to get more ingredients and maybe some more clues. Um, or at least, just take a look at what else is around, because some of those prompts were interesting, and it's just getting us closer to seeing what is around. And um, it's still going to take a while before I get to the advanced witchcraft. I think currently my reputation is 14 and I need to get to 22. Um, so um, we've got quite a few consults to do before then. All right. So I have my patient's name, their job, and then I'm going to pull up an ailment here. First, I'll go over to my intermediate ailments. All right. And I need to grab my pen, which has been charging. Okay. This is a weird one. Here, let me pull up my other screen. Okay, so let us begin the consult. So I think Maisie is probably sitting down reading some chapters from Baba Yaga and the Raven Stream, when there's just like a heavy sigh at the door, and I look up and, oh, um, can I help you? Come on in. I'm Maisie, the new, well, I suppose I'm not so new anymore, the village witch. How can I help you? You look a bit down. What was your name? Mary Miss Undertree. Pleased to meet you. What could you tell me a little bit about your occupation? Oh, a truffle farmer. Oh, I didn't know we had such a thing here. Seems um, quite a fancy occupation. You don't seem very excited about it, though. Um, no, you haven't found anything exciting recently. I see. Hmm. Um, oh, you don't think you're very good at it anymore. I see. Well, what does it involve? Mm, just planting things at the bottom of trees and then picking them out. That well, I'm not an expert, but that doesn't seem too challenging. Um, yes, secretly, I think Maisie is internally thinking, yeah, more like depressimus rather than merrimus. um, but I think Maisie flips through the journal of the former village witch, the book, and says, "Ah, I see. It looks as though you've got a case of loss of experience. It happens to the best of us. Typically, typically it's a concern for adventurers. Oh, I see. You are a retired adventurer, and you took to truffle farming. Um, all right. Well, um, leave it to me. I'll I'll head off and find the ingredients to help you out. Uh, why don't you take a moment in the garden and take a stroll around, and I'll find some potion to heal you right up. Um, okay. So loss of experience. In the journal, it says mostly a concern for adventurers. The afflicted feel sluggish and morose, as if they have lost a measure of their essence and are no longer good at the things they once were. So there is a timer on this one, and it is 4, which is something. Thankfully, the 2 tags that I have here, one is mood, one is magic. Pinecone assists with magic items, so that should be fairly straightforward. Um, it's the mood one that I need to find rather quickly, and I might not have enough time to find other ingredients, but we'll see. So I'm going to take a peek through here, and let's see, mood, and Glimmerwood Grove. Uh, it should actually be pretty easy to get. There's something called Scramble Bramble in Glimmerwood Grove, and then where's a magic one? Oh yeah, there's Glitter Snow, and I get a +5 bonus in summer, which is what we're in right now. So I actually might be able to get another ingredient for the shattered tooth. So I'm just going to take a quick look over here. And then shattered tooth is pain, teeth, and infection. I should probably write a special journal entry here or a little note to myself to see what the actual ingredients were for that I got for. I know I got slime shell for infection. Was it? Looking at some of these ingredients, there's something called dentist crab. um, okay. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw. Oh, I'm going to write my recipe down first. Scramble Bramble glitter snow. Always add songberries. Yes, scrambled bramble adds 1 point of poison. So I will definitely add the songberries from the garden. Okay. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to draw for the scramble bramble. Oh wait. No, I need a 2-star a 2-star reagent, and this is only a 1-star one. All right, so that's not going to work out. Let's see what else we have here. 2-star mood fairy dust. Okay, so for mood, I need to get, it looks like I have to beat a 6 rating, but because it is a magic item, that gets reduced by 3 because of Pinecone. And I actually got a 10, so I got the first ingredient. And then glitter snow is also magic. This one I need to get I get a +5 in summer, plus Pinecone gives me a plus, reduces it by 3, and I need a 9. So I mean, it's an automatic anyway. I got a king, and it would have pretty much been an automatic success. Okay, so I got fairy dust, glitter snow, and that is 2 turns there. So that means I have 2 turns left before I would suffer a negative consequence, and I feel like I should just grab some random ingredient while I'm here. Some of these require wands. Wish I had a wand. Let's get, there's something here called amethyst antlers. Get a +2. So forest would be, I would need a 9, and womp womp, didn't get it. Go look again. Ah, I got a king. All right, so I got 1 set of amethyst antlers. All right, so I head back, and what do we want to call this potion, which has fairy dust and glitter snow and songberries? It sounds delightful and the perfect cure. Muddy slush for when the snow melts, yes. Mojo mix. I love that. We're gonna do that. Mojo. Okay, so we mix it all up. Yes, exactly. Get her mojo back. Mix it all up, brew it. I imagine like it looks like a white potion just filled with glitter, because of the fairy dust and the glitter snow. Um, how else could it look? Um, so that means, at a intermediate witch level plus the songberries, I get 34 silver. Because I was able to do it within the time, my reputation goes up by 15. Um, that means so. Um, oops, total silver is 260. All right, and I think Maisie just sort of finds, Marimus in the field moping around, um, and just comes out with this glittery potion and hands it over. And with a deep sigh, I think Marimus looks at the potion, swigs it back, and I think maybe their eyes sparkle for a moment and they snap out of it. Um, and and Maisie just says, "There, I think you got your spark back. Um, go on and see if you have any trouble with the truffles again. Um, I'm sure um, I'm sure you do a splendid job, with your truffle farming, um, and have a nice relaxing retirement from adventure, eh?" And then she just sort of sends Marimus off. All right, so that is patient number one. I think probably gonna do another patient before exploring, unless anybody would prefer some exploration first. What do we think? Just gonna take a look at our other locations here. So the areas that we can explore are Glimmerwood Grove. It's the mystical forest. I think that's where Pinecone is from. There's a bog that we can't go to until I get a coracle. Meltwater Lock is where the beast was. I feel like maybe not go back there until we're ready to encounter the beast again. Dreamwater Depths is unreachable until that beast has been cured. Mountain, Cloud Isles. Apparently, I'm going to be able to fly at some point. I can't reach it until then. Heroes Hollow. Oh, cool. It's like a dungeon. Then I have to find a portal to get to a place called the Strange. Yeah, I think I'm probably gonna do one more consult and then do some exploration. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get fantasy name generator. Find. You know, I am an intermediate. Which I feel like maybe somebody else comes up. Maybe what I'll do is I'll draw the card first. See what inspires me. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna look back at my notes because I feel like there was a character early on who probably um, has this ailment. Was it the character that had toes? Just a second here. Nope. Somebody else. Might have been. Yes, this is it. Yeah. Okay. Edelheid silver string. Just gonna copy and paste a bunch of this. All right. Back to my current entry so that we can tie the narrative together here. All right. Sorry, just erasing some of this and I will bring it back up. Okay, so where are we? King. Bring up my journal and familiar name here. Okay, so feel like probably still reading that um, cozy fantasy novel that was left behind by the witch. And there's a rap on the door sometime a week later, and Maisie looks up and says, "Ah, Adelheid, Nice to see you. How's the tailoring business treating you? Um, oh my, um, looks like you've got a similar case to what happened the last time. Why don't you sit down and tell me what happened? Ah, I see. Um, you met you met a bard at the festival, and um, oh, don't need to get into too much detail. Yes, I see. Well, this is a clear case of bard boils. And when Maisie looks at her the journal that was left by the witch, the witch says, "Look, you have a duty of care to all who come to you, even if the affliction is unseemly. Witch elders also recommend smacking the bard responsible with an oak spoon." Um, so, so Adelheid, who previously was frogified because she kissed a frog thinking that she would turn it into a prince, now has bard boils. Um, so I thought narratively that would make sense. So now I have a timer of 4, and I need to find a reagent with a 2 rating for boils and a 1 rating for pain. Oh, there's an extra note here that if I can make an extra potion and visit the village within the timer, I can gain an extra 20 silver from the bard as well. Yeah, exactly. Socialist vibe. Oh my goodness. Okay, so boils to pain 1. Let's see what we can do here. Oh my goodness. I totally forgot that songberries can be crushed for mood, and I didn't really need to waste my time getting another ingredient there. That's fine. Boils 2. Well, there's something called foot fungus. Apparently that cures boils, but that adds 2 poison. Um, so I'm gonna check meltwater lock now. Oh, interesting. Okay. There's something called shockfish that um, can be used for boils or pain. So I think I would need to get a couple of those. Gosh, that would mean I'd need to get all 4. I don't think I would be able to get the bard in this one. Unless I could find something that actually did both. Because this one says the shockfish can be used if I boil it, I can cure pain, but if I distill it, I can cure boils. So it's one or the other. Might be my only choice though. Yeah. Okay, so I need to get shockfish, and that's pretty much it. Can add the songberries for sweetness. Shockfish, songberries. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, I feel like shockfish are probably related to electric eels. Get to boil one and distill the other. Yes, but I'm not sure if like does that mean can I make more than one with one potion with the ingredients? If you make an extra potion, check here on the rules. I think it's one potion per. Let's see. Yeah, I believe I can only make one potion with the reagents. So if I had extra, I would have been able to do it. Although, now that I think about it, I believe that I have ingredients picked up for the dragon, and I'm short anyway. Shield cap is what I had. Let me just double check here what shield cap does. That's for teeth. Slime shell is for infection. Yeah, I didn't get anything for pain yet. Oh well. Okay, so I'm just gonna try foraging for shockfish and see what I get. In the lock, it's an animal. I have to get a 7 or higher. 10. 5, so that's a fail. So that's 2. 6, that's also a fail. Joker. This is a special thing, so I'm gonna resolve this after because I just found a clue about the witch, which is very exciting. But queen. Okay, so I'm able to get one potion, and so head back. Unable to cure the bard, but maybe rightfully so. Maybe the bard deserves it. Now, what shall we call this potion? Um, I'll read the description of shockfish from the witch. Yet another one that's awful to collect. These nasty little buggers let out a cloud of electrically charged fluid that can make any part that touches it numb for hours. Oof, okay. So, something about numbing. Boil sap. Nimbly numbing. I like that. Yeah, do that. Makes it sound more pleasant. Nim oops. Nimbly numbing. So we got 34 silver. That brings us up to 294. Reputation now 16. Summer week 2. I think when Maisie gives this uh, to Adelheid, it's probably like a salve or something, and she just says, "Now, I hope you take this as a lesson. There's a um, just to be mindful of who you lend your heart to. There's been frogs and bards and that like, and perhaps perhaps they don't have the best interests, your best interest in mind. Um, I hope you find someone who does, though." And she sends her off. Stay away from those musicians, yes. Now, before I take a break, I'm going to resolve this Joker card because this is very exciting. If I can get it in the camera here. Okay. Yes. Frogs and bards, particularly frogs that are bards or bards that are frogs. Um, Anything could happen in this world. I am going to resolve this Joker card because for anybody who wasn't here last week, the Joker cards mean that I found a clue about the witch. Okay, so I have a chart here that I look through. I think I need to also mark off the things that I've already that I've already found. Okay, so Jack. All right. So it says here that someone or something mistakes you for the old witch and makes you their favorite dish. What's in it and how does it taste? Oh my gosh. What do we think? I'm kind of imagining sugar and spice and all that's nice, right? Yeah. I feel like um I feel like there's maybe like a Gandalf type wizard that comes through the village and has uh has brought a tea cake because the he knows that the former witch like those cozy novels and but I think it's like a cake that's made and it's got like actual tea leaves in it. So maybe not the tastiest thing. This wizard is very good at magic, but not baking. Yeah. All right. I think I'm gonna take a really quick 5 minute break here, uh, and get some water, and then I will return um, to write a journal entry, and I think I'll probably do some exploration after that. Um, it's always nice to be able to find more stuff in the village, or not the village necessarily, but around the area. There's some cool prompts here, um, and who knows what we can find. I think exploring these areas actually open up other areas, so it'd be really great to find more stuff and maybe some more clues about the witch. All right, I will be back in approximately 5 minutes. All right, I am back. So first things first, I'm going to go look up a wizard or warlock name. Hmm. There are lots of witch names on this site, but I don't see any warlock or sorcerer. Magic user. Here we go. Interesting. All right, there's a great name here. Journal up. All right. Hello. All right, so I have a journal entry here. I'm just stuck on my voice all of a sudden. A great old wizard by the name of Magius of Shadows dropped by with an unexpected gift, a tea cake. It was hard to get a word in, but I got the impression that he had mistaken me for the former village witch. Before I could ask for any details about her, he was off to some adventure. The cake he left was apparently a favorite of my predecessors, but I couldn't get past eating the tea leaves. Pinecone, on the other hand, was delighted by the treat. Okay, so we found another little clue about the former village witch, um, which is always fun. Not sure how we get past, I can't remember how we get past the first steps. Um, I'm just actually going to read through that section again. Each time I draw a joker or finish a season without drawing a joker, you find a clue about what happened to the old witch. Your first joker will always be an early clue, but you are in control of how quickly you put together the mystery. For a quick game, move up the clue table with each joker. For a longer game, spend some time in each table before moving on to the next, or move back and forth. All right. I think the next time there are one, two, three, four, um, four tables here. So I think the next time I draw a joker, I've already drawn three, so I'm gonna move on to the next table the next time. So I figure I'm intermediate at this point, um, and can probably be in that next table now. Okay, so let's see where we can explore. Um, we've done a lot of exploration in Meltwater Lock, and I do not want to go back there until I'm ready to cure the beast. Um, so we could go to Glimmerwood Grove, which we really haven't explored. We explored the village a little bit, um, did a very brief exploration, and we also did the festival there. Um, so I think maybe we'll go to Glimmerwood Grove, um, do a little bit there before wrapping up. All right, and I'm just going to mark this as, I don't know if those clues count as another week or not. I don't think they do, but I will mark this as a separate journal entry because that was a clue. Okay, so I will read the intro to Glimmerwood Grove, which in her journal says, a famously mystical forest, Glimmerwood is home to all manner of fey creatures, including fairies, giants, unicorns, and worst of all, will-o-wisps. Moss blankets the forest floor while towering oaks and willows stretch high above. Keep an eye out for the ley lines, standing stones, and fairy circles. All right, well, this sounds like it's going to be an adventure. So, John A3. Ooh, you find some boar tracks leading straight to a reagent. Draw a card and treat it as a plant of the same value. Okay, got a 2. So let's see what we've got in Glimmerwood Grove. That is a 2 value plant. Scramble Bramble. I wonder. Uh, Scramble Bramble is a 3. Shield Cap is a 2. Oh, and I think I needed more Shield Cap too for the dragon. I think I just needed 1. I'm just going to write that that I got it then. So I'm going to put a journal entry here. Okay. So it says, inspired to adventure by the wizard, I set off with Pinecone to explore Glimmerwood Grove. Straight away we discovered boar tracks that led to some shield cap. What luck, as, if memory serves, I am one shield cap shy of reagents for treating the shattered tooth of the Bazbata. Now to search for the rest of these reagents and advance in my witchcraft before I can cure the poor beast. Okay, so that is handy. During downtime, which is what we're doing right now, I have 13 actions that I can take. Some of it could be foraging. A lot of it is, just exploring a bit, seeing what there is to see. I do want to see if there are other ingredients here as well. I believe so. That shield cap was for teeth. I have the slime shell was for the infection, and I think so. If I can find something for pain here, that would be great. Nothing here for pain. So next area I go to, I will go and find something for pain. All right. Yeah. Uh, I I think when we go back to Meltwater Lock, the two shards, maybe we could use it for other potions. That would be cool. I'm very eager to get to that section again. But I still have to find, I think, two more slime shells in Meltwater Lock, and then something for pain, times 10. And I have to advance to advanced witchcraft, which is going to be another, I don't know, 6 weeks, I think. So probably not the next session, but the following session we'll be able to go do that. All right, I guess we're gonna just keep looking around in this grove, this magical grove. Okay, I got Ace. You trip while fording a river, falling right into the arms of a blushing naiad. They help you to the other side. Every time you get this result, write about your relationship with this riverbound naiad. Do you become friends, lovers, or something else? Interesting. Do naiads have tails? I can't remember if they're like. Look it up. Oh, they look just like people that live underwater. No, they're not mermaids like, are they? They're different interpretations. Sort of like a nymph, water nymph. Okay. Um, so, um, I feel like Maisie is a very awkward um, village witch, and I think it's at least going to start off similar to um, how things went with Theodulf the Druid. So I think, she's focused on helping Pinecone across the river, uh, trips, and then splashes into the water, and suddenly these arms wrap around, and Maisie sort of looks up at this beautiful naiad and says, "Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I didn't see your um, legs, tail. Not um, terribly sorry. Um, oh, thank you for helping me across. Yes. Um, hello, my name is Maisie. Uh, I I'm from the village." Um, and she's just sort of staring at the naiad as they trip forward, and gets across to the other side. Notices that the naiad can't actually get onto the bank because they're river bound. Um, and standing on the riverbank, soaking wet, um, Pinecone is looking up at Maisie and then probably looking between us, just waiting impatiently, um, and eventually pulls on Maisie's skirt, and I just sort of shake my head and say, "Yes, well, thanks for your assistance again. Did you have a name? Perhaps we'll meet again. Could bring you back something from the village maybe next time. So thanks, of course. And I'm gonna look up my name here. Mm, anything. Nothing's really jumping out at me in this site. Hmm, maybe Morelia. All right, so I'm gonna write a journal entry about this. Okay. So in my journal entry, I've got while helping Pinecone across the river, I took a tumble straight into the water. Suddenly, someone took hold of me to guide me to safety. Like a fool, I chattered on as I gazed into the beautiful face of a naiad who introduced herself as Morelia before splashing away. I must remember to bring a gift back for the kindness. All right, I think we probably have time for. So that was 2 entries there. We either have time for. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one more journal prompt and then maybe just try to gather a bunch of um, reagents. It looks like I got another 3. So this place is just hopping with boars. So let's see what got. So I can find a plant of the same value. So queen or lower. Let's find something really difficult. There's 3-star rating one here. Snake's promise. Okay, I can't get that one because I need a wand. Hmm. More amethyst antlers. I think so. Okay, so it just says more boar tracks led to another reagent, this time amethyst antlers. So that's 3. That's 3 turns here, and I'm gonna just check to see what else this Ingrama would grow up that we could use a whole bunch of. anything with a tag of plant or magic will be easier to get because I've got my flower crown and I've got Pinecone. Yeah, I like Morelia. It's a very pretty name, but it took a while getting there. There were some really hard to pronounce other names that just didn't roll off the tongue quite the same way. Um, right, I think I'm gonna try getting a couple things here. There's there's Surgeon Sap and Princess Toad. There are two different reagents here that I'm just gonna draw some cards and see if I can get some. So can I do? Am I permitted to go in the bog right now? That's the question. No. So it's all forest. So the Surgeon Sap, I'll try 5 times. Is forest 8, but I have the crown, so um, that allows me to reduce it by, is it 2 or 3? Um, Festival. From 2. Okay. So I need to draw 5 of these, and I need to get a 6 or higher. So fail. Got 1. That was a 4 was a fail. 9 was a success. 7 success. 6 success. 2, 3, 4. 7 success. So I got 7 surgeon zaps. No, not 7. I got 4 surgeon zaps. And next, I'm going to attempt to get Princess Toad. So I need to get an 8 or higher for these next 5. 8, that's a success. 9 is a success. Jack is a success. 6 is a fail. Ace is a fail. So I got 3 Princess Toads. All right. So I think one of my goals for the next session, I'm definitely going to have to put together a page of some of the reagents that I have collected over time here, because they're kind of scattered all over my journal. But what I will say is that I've collected. I don't know if I mentioned what the amethyst antlers were in this session. I got 2 amethyst antlers during my foraging time, and the witch says in her journal, the deer of Glimmerwood are unique in many ways, but their most unique trait is their antlers, uh, from which dazzling crystals grow, beautiful in the summer, but much easier to collect when they fall off in winter. And that is a reagent that can be crushed for magic, curse, and mood tags. And then we've also got surgeon sap. I've got 4 of those now. And the witch says, a staple of the nurse willow, this sticky sap actively encourages the healing process. Wounded animals often lick it straight from the tree, which is an option if in need. That's exactly what I was thinking too, Jane, about the princess toad. Yeah, very timely because of the Mario movie. So the princess toad is oh, an adorable little creature. The princess toad is a pinkish color with red lips. If I had more space, I would talk at length about their funny little courtship dance. I don't know what I needed to do to collect this poor little thing. We will just pretend that it left some residue somewhere. All right. So I think that's probably yes, I would love to see a drawing of one of these actually. Um, I think we're going to leave this session at the end of this downtime. So, we got another clue about the village witch, explored a little bit further. Um, there's possibly some sort of relationship starting with Maisie and Morelia. We'll see. Collected enough of shield cap. We've got 10 now um, for the shattered tooth uh, um, cure, which is great. So now we just need 2 more slime shell and 10 more of something else to cure this dragon creature. So I think the next stream, I'm going to do some more consults so that we can advance to advanced witch and try to explore another area that uh, may give us ingredients, the final ingredients that we need for the the dragon creature. Yeah, so not as much happened this episode, but it was still a lot. That the last one was just packed full of, like, I think I drew 2 jokers and I got the crown and a whole bunch of other things happened. It was pretty wild. Um, but I'm gonna put together a list of my collected reagents so that I have easier reference for next time. Yeah, so thank you again, chat, for joining. Hope you're enjoying Apothecaria. It's a very fun game, very different than the last one. Um, as always, I will be posting my journal entries on Patreon prior to the next stream, which will be on the 24th. So yeah, Mondays at 10 a.m. Pacific. Uh, I stream here. This is probably going to be a few more weeks of this before I move on. Probably 2,000-year-old vampire. We'll see. Um, thank you for joining. Thank you. Thanks, chat. Yeah. So if you're not already a patron, we're on patreon.com/d20dames. All my journal entries are there. Patrons also get access to Discord, where we have lots of conversations about lots of different things. We actually have a book club, and we are currently reading Legends and Lattes, which is a cozy fantasy novel, which inspired the Baba Yaga book that I made up. All right. Anyway, I will see a lot of you in Discord. Thanks again for joining, and I will post these journal entries sometime later this week. All right. Until next time, this adventure awaits.